Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am simply just doing a little chit chat video to kind of go over some things with you guys about my pregnancy. So I know a lot of you guys for a really long time kept messaging me and you guys were like, oh my goodness, what's been up with the videos? What's going on? Are you okay? Are you quitting doing, YouTube videos and things of that nature? And I didn't really want to announce to anyone that I was pregnant. So I just kept saying like, oh, I just haven't been feeling too great, or I just have a lot of things going on right now, so I'm just kind of taking a little break right now, but I am going to get back to it. Just like I guess, as my cousins would say, kind of being a little secretive about it, but not being overly secretive, because of course the people that were seeing me on the day-to-day basis, after a while they knew that I was pregnant, but it was just something that I felt like was a little secret for me that I kind of wanted to hold on to without sharing it with the general public for as long as I could. Just because I was very sick at the beginning of my pregnancy, I wanted to make sure I was taking care of me. And I just wanted to make sure overall that everything was okay with me and my baby as well before I announced anything. Because the thing about announcing when you're pregnant is everybody has 101 questions for you when you first announce it. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to say anything until I'm ready to say something. And we waited a very long time for some people before we said anything. I have some notes here on my phone that I'm just going to keep referencing to so that I don't leave anything out for a lot of questions that a lot of people have been asking me. So I'm just going to give you guys a little backstory of, I guess, my family size right now. So for those of you who don't know, I do currently have children. I do have 3 boys right now. They are 10, 9, and 4. Yes, they're 10, 9, and 4. That probably seems weird because I'm like, you don't know how old your kids are. But the way my brain is set up right now, everything flies over my head. So me just being so busy, I didn't even think anything of it. I remember being at work like a couple of days prior to me taking a test, and I ate something really simple for lunch. I don't even remember what it was. I ate something very simple. And I remember telling one of my coworkers like damn, like I got real bad heartburn. And I was like, whatever it wasn't anything spicy, and I couldn't understand why I had heartburn. It was bad. So when I got the alert that said I didn't like my period, I was like, okay, like trying to like backtrack like my last couple of days of things that I had been doing. Like me coming home and kind of going straight to sleep is really not anything out of the ordinary for me because like I said, I am a working mom. I have 3 boys. I work a full-time job where I work with children even when I'm not with my own children. So me being tired really wasn't anything out of the blue or out of the ordinary because I'm always tired. Me having heartburn was what was kind of a toss-up because I don't ever have heartburn beyond being pregnant. Like I never have heartburn. I kind of felt like overly gassy, not gassy like I had to like fart, but like just overly like gassy and like bubbly, like just in my, I don't know, like between just like my stomach and coming up like through my esophagus. It just was, I don't even know how to describe it. But when I felt that way, I was like, like, okay. So I took a pregnancy test and it said I was pregnant. And I was like, okay, like maybe I'm tripping, whatever, because I took one of the tests. It was like it showed like those lines, and one of the lines was kind of faint, so I was like, nah. But I took a digital test, and the digital test said I was pregnant. I was like, well, I've had this test for a while. Like maybe it's like a dud, like whatever. I opened it a time before, and then I didn't end up using it because I didn't need to because my period came. So I put it back in the box. It didn't even have the freaking wrapper or anything. I just threw it back in the box. So I'm like, whatever, it's a dud, whatever. So I probably took about like 4 or 5 tests before in my head I was like, yeah, like I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. Like I'm pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So all those things in my head, and I finally hit reality like, man, like I'm pregnant. So yeah, it dawned on me like, okay, I'm like really pregnant. Like I was just pregnant. So of course, the first things that you do when you find out you're pregnant, you try to find you a doctor. You go to the doctor, you go to your first appointments, and let me tell you, from the very first appointment I went to, when I heard my baby's heartbeat and I saw the ultrasound with my little teeny tiny baby on that ultrasound, like, I think at that moment, you know, of course, when you become pregnant, things become real to you. So, like, you know, you can't drink anymore. Certain things that you eat, you can't eat it anymore. Certain things you drink, you can't drink it anymore. Certain things that you might do, you can't do it anymore, or you have to limit it. So those things become real. But for me, when I went to the doctor, like I said, I heard my baby's heartbeat and they could show me on an ultrasound, like, okay, there's your little baby. And in that moment was when it became oh so real to me. Like, I'm really pregnant. Like, there's a baby in there. So I was like really excited. My pregnancy symptoms, like I said, this is my 4th baby, so my pregnancy symptoms this time have been oh so weird. They have been so much more different than me being pregnant with any of my other kids. So, like, prime example, I rarely ever really had like morning sickness with any of my other pregnancies. This time around, a lot of times, like, I felt like I was just sick. Like, I knew I had to be at work at 7:30 in the morning. So some mornings I was getting up at 4 something, even like somewhere between 4 something, 5 something, just getting up so that I can try to kind of like get my little ickies out, like just try to lay around and get myself together before I had to be at work, because I just felt like pure trash. I would want to eat breakfast. I'd be afraid to eat breakfast. I'm like, it's gonna make me sick. I'm gonna throw it back up. Like, it's no point of me eating it. But then I'm like, well, I need some type of nutrient. So after a while, ginger ale and crackers became a very close friend of mine. And I'm telling you, like, throughout this pregnancy, I have fell in love with ginger ale. Like, I can't believe all this time I've been like, no thank you, when it's so bomb. Like, I love ginger ale. So ginger ale and crackers have been a true friend of mine for a very long time, or even just toast. Me being sleepy, all of my pregnancies I'm always super sleepy. As people say, I feel like I'm an old woman now, so I'm always sleepy anyway. My body started to ache a little bit, but like I said, I feel like I'm an old lady. My body's always super achy. So things like that was not anything major. Just having like the actual pregnancy symptoms, oh my God. Let me tell you, when I would see women or hear friends of mine say like they have morning sickness, I would think something of it, but really not think anything of it. Now that I have experienced it myself, oh my goodness, like, bless your hearts, because I couldn't imagine going through that 4 times. Absolutely not. Like, it's just doing too much. So like I said, my pregnancy symptoms have been like super duper trash. I really didn't start feeling like better, but like not really having morning sickness all the time, or even just feeling nauseous in the mornings, until I got into like my 2nd trimester. And I started to feel a little bit better. Every day wasn't a great day, but I started to feel a little bit better. So the 2nd trimester was very interesting for me. I had my days where some days I was great, some days I was okay, some days I was like, don't talk to me, I don't want to talk. Like, no, because I'm just here, like, just leave me be. So I'm looking forward to see what, you know, 3rd trimester has in store for me. I'm saying these things like I've never been pregnant before, but it's been so long since I've been pregnant that I'm like reliving it again for the first time, if that makes sense. So as far as my weight gain goes, this pregnancy I've gained the best amount of weight, and I think that's because before I got pregnant I already weighed a decent amount. Technically speaking, and notice I'm doing this, technically speaking, before I got pregnant I was technically overweight, but I wasn't that much overweight, so my weight gain has been really good. I guess I'm more so concerned that I'm gonna gain too much weight, but at the same time I'm really not thinking about it, because I just want to make sure I'm supplying my baby with everything that she needs. So my weight gain has not really been bad. My cravings, honestly, my 1st trimester I really didn't crave too much of anything, simply for the fact that I really had my moments where I really didn't want to eat anything, or I didn't eat anything because I was afraid it was just going to come right back up, or it would make me feel like trash, or I would smell the food and I would immediately get sick. So my first trimester, I really didn't have too many cravings. I've been having a lot of cravings recently. I'm trying to think. One thing I do crave a lot is like, I crave like hot wings all the time. Like, I'll be sitting around like, some spicy garlic wings do sound like it could be slamming right now, or some Asian zing wings would be slamming. I recently, like, over the last couple of weeks, I had hot barbecue wings from B-Dubs, and let me tell you, I feel like I've been missing out on life. So now I'm like in my head addicted to hot barbecue wings from B-Dubs. Like, we had some extra sauce left of the hot barbecue, and I was dipping my potato wedges in, and I said, like, this is a new love for me. Like, hello. But like I said, it really just depends on the day. I busted into this huge fit yesterday because I had a sample of some olive oil and a French baguette, and I was like, a sample at the grocery store, and I saw, yeah, I'm finna buy me a baguette, because then I started just like craving Crostini's. They didn't have any more French baguettes, and I really started crying in the store. Like, it was ridiculous. I was like in my head like, Devin, girl, get your life together. Like, why are you crying over bread? But it was like a real thing. I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. So with cravings, like I said, I have my moments where I crave things, but it's really not that often I crave things. It might be something simple like for some reason the past 3 days I've been craving saltine crackers and peanut butter, and I got peanut butter. I finally got some saltine crackers. So let me tell you, after this video, I'm about to hit this bed and watch TV and get some saltines and peanut butter, like for real. But my cravings really haven't been ridiculous. If I had to pick one thing I've really been craving, I would honestly say that I've been craving, like I said, like hot wings, like buffalo type wings. And then every so often I've been craving like a blizzard from Dairy Queen. But really that's about it. I would say as far as my emotions go, a lot of people that see me on the day-to-day basis say that I've been very bitchy, I've been very grumpy, I've been very like, I guess because I'm just very straight up when I'm talking to people about certain things, they like, oh my goodness, like you are such an asshole. But at the same time, like I said, I guess I really haven't been seeing it, but I guess the outside people that are looking at me are like, yeah, you've like had an attitude. Or people, I've had people like, okay, we just gonna say good morning to you, we gonna say nothing else to you, because clearly I've been that bad, but I don't think I have. Here, like lately, I've been like kind of emotional, where I found moments that I just found myself crying. And I don't want to say I'm not a crier, but I'm kind of not. Like, it's not me. So I'm trying to get myself out of that habit. So my emotions, I would say I've been kind of up and down with my emotions. My hormones are changing. But if I had to tell you from what other people are telling me, people have said I've been very bitchy and feisty and grumpy, and I guess just kind of being a jerk. But that's just my personality for now, I guess. Like, I'm pretty sure it'll change back, but that's pretty much what my emotions have been. As far as exercise has gone, to be honest, I really have not been exercising. Like, I did a little exercise in the beginning of my pregnancy, and honestly, that was when I didn't even know I was pregnant. I've kind of really cut back a lot on my yoga, so I really want to get myself back into that, because I don't want it to get close to my due date and then my body's so out of whack and out of shape that it makes my deliveries that much harder. So I'm really going to get myself back in the groove of that. And then as far as the gender of my baby, so I'm pretty sure you guys heard me saying not so long ago, but I am having a girl, so I'm very excited because I have all boys and I'm finally going to get my princess. So I'm so excited about that, like you don't even understand. Growing up as a kid, I mean, I have like half brothers and step brothers. So if I had to put all of my brothers together, I have 6 brothers. I don't have any sisters. I always grew up in a house with 3 of my brothers. So my mom has 3 sons and 1 daughter. And now I'm like kind of walking in my mom's footsteps, where my mom has 3 sons and she has 1 daughter. So it's almost like I'm a mini version of my mom when it comes to like the kid ratio. My parents are really excited for me to be having a girl. One of my brothers is super excited for me to be having a girl. A lot of like people around me are really excited because they like, man, you needed a balance or some peace of some sort in your life. But really, I've been around teenage girls, and let me tell you, when my daughter becomes a teenager, that's not gonna be no peace for me. That's gonna be a, girl, let's hit the sidewalk and scrap it out because you think I'm playing type of personality. You know what I'm saying? So, but I am very, very excited about my daughter coming. We have not completely like settled on what my daughter's name will be, but because I do have our voice, I really do want my daughter to have a very girly girl name. Nothing too, like, nothing ratchet, nothing ghetto. I want my daughter to have a name that is going to stand out, like, yes, that is a princess. As she grows up, that is a queen. Like, I want her name to be something like Camille or Camilla, like something very like vintage, like Victorian queenish type thing. But I mean, me and her dad have to make that decision together, so we will eventually decide on for sure what her name is going to be. My daughter is due to come May the 9th, and if she comes the way her brothers have came, she will come very close to her due date. I'm preaching this now that I really hope that my daughter does not come May the 5th, because May the 5th is Cinco de Mayo and I do want to get my eat on. Like, not even trying to sound funny, but I feel like because I keep thinking it in my head, I feel like my daughter's going to end up coming on May the 5th. So we will see.